It's been almost 14 years since we first met Jared Fogle in a Subway commercial, talking about losing a lot of weight by eating only at Subway. Now, years later, Jared has kept the weight off and even made a career out of promoting the sandwich chain. He is sitting down live with us this morning. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Yeah, great that you're here. And talk about your visit to Dayton. It was to promote a first ever event that was a big success.
Yeah, we were part of the Subway Dayton Dragons 5K yesterday at Fifth Third Field. Had a blast doing it. It was a little warm, obviously, but we had a huge attendance. I mean, we had well over a couple thousand people that showed up and did the 5K with us. You could either run it or walk it. There was, of course, free Subway sandwiches at the end as sort of a nice treat at the end.
Yes, that's a benefit.
But it was really neat, and we gave away some really cool prizes and whatnot, and got to just a great family event and just a great turnout for the Dayton area.
And one of the great things about it was so many people showed up, and that's your message: is to get moving, get out, exercise.
Yeah, it's little things like that, And I said it's it's amazing how the little things add up over time. And if you can just come out and do a little bit like that, hopefully you realize, hey, it's pretty, it's 3.2 miles. It's not so bad whether you walked it or run it. And hopefully they'll continue doing it after the fact.
I went to the Subway website, and you have a big page called Jared's Journey. It talks about losing 245 pounds and staying healthy. And you really basically said it's never over and it's never easy to continue to maintain that weight loss.
Losing the weight's one thing, and of course I ate 2 Subway sandwiches every day for an entire year back in 1998 to lose the 245 pounds, and started walking a half-hour a day as well. But you lose it, and then you're like, what do I do now? And obviously the maintenance part is just as important and probably even tougher, I think. So I still eat Subway occasionally, and people always ask me, do I eat it every single day still? And the answer is no. I mean, I've learned to eat in moderation in general. But as you age, as you're, I'm in my mid-30s now. Back in my early 20s when I first lost the weight, I could pretty much eat what I wanted for the most part and not have to exercise too much. Now I have to exercise even more. But I think it's important to keep reevaluating your situation so that you make sure you've worked too hard to get the weight off in the first place. You want to keep that healthy lifestyle so you never put it back on.
Yeah, and I'm sure the pressure is hard on you.
Well, you're sort of under the microscope a little bit.
You're the face and the body of Subway.
Yeah, exactly. I just try to look at it as more motivation to keep the weight off, obviously. And I always jokingly say, if everyone's job was tied to them keeping weight off, if obesity would still be a problem in our country, and I don't know if it would anymore, to be honest.
And you brought your jeans with you. And these are the infamous jeans.
These are the infamous jeans that we're actually going to be going later today. I'm going to be going to a YMCA camp today here in the Dayton area, and I'm going to show the pants to the kids, obviously explain, they all know me as Jared the Subway guy, and hopefully have a good message for them and make sure they can learn from my mistakes and never wind up obviously weighing 425 pounds with this 60-inch pair of pants, which might go in the Smithsonian, by the way, someday, they're saying. So we'll see. You never know. You never know. Famous
really cool.
pants. Yeah.
And for someone out there who wants to lose weight, let's talk about some tips. A couple that I saw on the Subway website: eat slow and make sure that your goals aren't luck. Explain those two.
Well, I think you create your own luck, obviously. People always say that, hey, I'm very, very lucky to do what I do. I worked really hard to get the weight off in the first place. And you have to be the one to want it. It can't be your family and friends, really, and even your doctor wanting it for you. If you yourself don't want to make those changes and aren't ready to sacrifice and make those commitments to yourself, it's just not going to happen. But I think like little tips you said, like slowing down, enjoying your food, drag it out a little bit. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I think drinking plenty of fluids, especially water, is very, very important, because the water can sort of help fill you up a little bit too, especially in the hot summer days like this.
Yeah, and eating breakfast with another tip. And I'm going to mention this. I love the Subway's new egg white sandwiches. Oh my goodness, it's no carbs because you're not eating bread. It's a little sandwich made of the egg whites.
It is, and you can, I said, even if you choose the flatbread, which is the Subway breakfast has really taken off now, and it's one of the few places to go to get a healthy, low-fat breakfast if you choose to get it like that. You could choose either, you're right, the egg white or the regular egg patty. Even with the ham, the cheese, it's still all fits under the low-fat menu, and they put it in the toaster oven. It comes out ooey gooey and really yummy, and with the onions and peppers, whatever else you want on it. And it's one of the few places to hop in, hop out in the morning and get something that tastes good that's still good for you.
And what's your favorite thing at Subway?
Sweet onion chicken teriyaki is probably one of my top favorites.
Okay, all right.
If it's a really hot day and I don't feel like getting something hot, probably the Subway Club, which has turkey, roast beef, and ham on it. My thing is just no tomato, no onion. I'm just not a big fan of those, but I load it up with everything else.
Okay.
Usually honey mustard, and off we go.
Off you go. All right. Well, Jared Fogle from Subway, thanks so much for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.